Liberals will cling on to this battle forever, and they'll say, like, you guys fucked up. You guys fucked up. They don't understand. That's not how democracy works. The failure is on the party. They got billions of dollars, man. They got billions of dollars.
I'm not president. And if you want to talk about legacy, let's talk about the legacy of mass deportation of people not voting and Donald Trump. I'm not.
This video pissed me off so much yesterday. I yelled and scared the fuck out of my mom. She was not pleased with me. I don't know. I don't know how to like explain this to people. I think a lot of people who are liberals, they want to think about this from like team sports perspectives, not realizing that Kamala Harris's reactionary position, advancing Biden's position on border policy, a right-wing border policy, also played a role in people assuming that the Republicans were right on the border stuff. If only there was a guy who just kept fucking repeating this even before the election cycle. Do you guys remember, even at the early stages of Trump's mass deportation initiatives, you had a bunch of people, including Chris Murphy, try to present this as like, we're the ones who are strong on deportations, not the Republicans. Chris Murphy went out and straight up said, Biden was deporting 15,000 migrants when he was in charge. Trump is only deporting 5,000 migrants. That's a crazy thing to say. Like, nobody thinks you're the mass deportation party. Everybody just looks at you and thinks that you're indecent, that you're a liar, that you got caught in a lie, that you are hypocritical when they see that. There's no moral reason to obviously abide by the media environment born out of hysteria that the Republicans have fucking designed. And there is certainly no reason to hand it to the Republicans on any of these issues, especially because it's not real. And we're seeing what happens when a not real issue becomes a major point of contention. And then the solution is this incredibly militarized ICE engaging in the unjustifiable and immoral practice of mass deportations, kidnapping people from the side of the street, demanding people's papers. That's where we're at. It's so fucking depressing, dude. It's so depressing because if Democrats don't understand that they cannot do this. Here, yeah. In the first week, Trump removed 7,300 people on average. Biden was removing 15,000 a week. Under Biden, 72% of ICE arrests were criminals. Under Trump, it dropped to around 50%. Trump is removing less people and less criminals. These guys are terrible at everything. January 30th, 2025. Like that's a unacceptable. That is a person who looked at the outcome of this election and still didn't understand why they lost. Now, of course, now they're singing a different tune. Now they realize, like, oh, we have to actually present an opposition to the mass deportations. Right? Yeah, this is from February 6, 2025. New, a Harris campaign organizer says senior officials ordered them to erase voters who asked about Gaza, marking emails as no response so they'd be removed from outreach. No engagement, no persuasion, just ignored. The only clowns are the ones who decided to abdicate on this. On the Gaza stuff, once again. Like, I'm trying to talk about this in a more holistic fashion. Okay? This is the problem at the heart of the Democratic Party. their endless need for bipartisanship, their endless need for compromise against an uncompromising and increasingly reactionary force is causing this country to move in the direction of fascism. We're there right now. We're there right now. And there are still some in the consulting class that actively try to do this, where they're like, no, we have to consistently capitulate the right-wing framing on issues. You know, funding the police, a strong border policy, like trans issues, maybe even gay issues later down the line. If Republicans dominate on the trans stuff as they have been, they're going to eventually start, and they have already started moving towards like undermining Obergefell or doing a whole bunch of other shit, like not allowing gay people, the gay couples to like adopt children and stuff like that. All you do in that situation is basically tell everybody that is listening that the Republicans are right. The Republicans are right. We're wrong. They're right. But we'll be better than they are. We'll be stronger on this issue than they are. You cannot outflank the right on any of this stuff. You can't. You have to fight the right on this stuff. Not only because they're wrong, the Republicans are wrong on these issues, and you should have a sense of decency, but also because if you do concede, people just look at you and go, oh, so they were right all along. Okay, I'm going to vote for the right party. They just wanted to win the election without the left. They fucking hate people like you. They hate the anti-war crowd. They hate the economic populace. They want 100 million Ezra Kleins. It was so obvious. It wasn't a mistake. No, I know. But the problem is you can't win an election like that. You just simply can't. Because it's not just me or my audience. That's why it's such a silly fucking argument. Because many in this community still did end up voting for Kamala Harris. But it's people that have never heard of me. People that don't know who the fuck I am at all. That also have the same anger and resentment. People that go, okay, what am I supposed to do with this information? Okay? That's it. Motherfuckers that are sitting on the couch are not watching me. Okay? Motherfuckers who choose the couch over the ballot on the day of the election, they're not tuning in to my broadcast. Okay? The people that are tuning into my broadcast are already actively tuned in all the time, even when politics is not so fun or interesting. Those are the people who are the most tuned into politics.